Movie beginning the first scenes an orderly is carrying Anna Fritz's body into the plaintive home. After she failed in a restroom during a private party, her necropsy will be performed the coming morning. The orderly convoying her inside is seen aligning her body with the others, uncovering her face, and shooting her with his phone. Ivan and Javi are latterly seen walking into the same sanitarium and requesting to see the orderly. Ivan approaches Pao in the sanitarium lobby and asks if he has any further prints to show them. He laughs and tells them that they're going to a party. Ivan invites Powell to join them, but Powell says he has to work until night, which is an hour down, and also orders him to find a spot for them to do a line. Powell leads them to the dumpsters in the reverse and warns them not to touch the unheroic bone because it contains mortal waste. Javi is maddened that he'd bring them there because it stinks, and also he pulls out a bottle in some mugs, accepts the Bobby reluctantly because he has further work to do, and he tells them he does not want to go to the party because he has further work in the morning. They tell him to look for another job, but he says he enjoys working in the plaintive home. The three musketeers raise a glass in memory of the lately deceased Anna Fritz, and Powell orders them to accelerate up. Ivan inquires about her body and whether Powell examined it, but when he replies that he did, Javi frowns. He informs them that her body will be kept in the sanitarium's burial home until the following day. Power takes them inside the sanitarium, and Javi believes they are joking and that they will not actually go down in the burial home, but Ivan persists. They take the elevator to the basement, and as they come through the maze of corridors, Hao tells them to act as if they are lost in case anyone comes across them. He unlocks the door and leads them inside the burial home. When they arrive, Javi wants to leave because he is hysterical. They will be discovered and will be unfit to lie their way out of the situation. The others convert him to stay, and Pao shows them the actress's body. Javi says he is creeped out after standing beside it because he has no way seen a dead body before. They all jump back as Pao rips the distance down from the body, revealing the body of a senior lady. He mocks them, and Ivan requests to see Anna Fritz. He uncovers Anna's face, but Ivan pulls the cover down, and Powell says she does not indeed look dead. When Ivan grabs her guts, he tells Javi to do the same, and he reluctantly places his hand on her casket, claiming she's cold. Ivan wishes to perform another line there, but Javi wishes to leave and attend the party. Powell covers up the body, and they both join Ivan to do another cocaine line. Ivan claims that everyone wants to sleep with the actress, who exposes her entire body. They have an unsettling converse discussion about what it would be like to sleep with a dead woman, and Pao tells them that he slept with a teenage girl's dead body. Ivan asks if he has slept with Anna Fritz as well, and Javi jokes that he'll most probably do so. When they leave also, Ivan says he wants to sleep with her, important to Javi's chagrin, and tells him they should leave because he is drunk. Hao appears to agree with Ivan's request and tells Javi, who wants to leave, to stay in the other room until the necrophiliac is finished, also pushes him there. Javi cannot believe his friend who would do commodity like that, but Hao can see Ivan getting ready to have fun with the dead body. Javi is shocked by what's passing and declares that both of them are sick. Hao does not agree, so when Ivan returns, he goes out to do the same. Javi is the only bone who seems to see the problem with what they are doing, but Ivan always has some sick reason, inversely demeaning to living women, for why he should try it as well. Hao climbs on top of her and does his thing, but the actress opens her eyes. To make matters worse, Anna is actually alive, and when Power realizes this, he freaks out. The two others rush into the burial home as the woman who's lying immobile on the burial arbor looks at them. Javi is the first person to approach her and tell her to relax. He directs the others to bring her some water. When they do not move, he grabs the water and hands it to her. While the others are alarmed, Javi asks, confident, what they should do next: call a croaker or take her to the sanitarium. Also turns to the woman and asks if she's cold, and goes to get commodity to dress her with. Ivan asks Pao if she saw him and if she knows what happened to her, but he knows she did. Javi returns and puts a medical gown on Anna when Ivan stops him and tells him that they need to suppose about everything they need to hide When they hear someone approaching the burial salon, Javi begs them to stay and explain, but they continue to pull the cover over her face and crouch down. Another body is rolled into the burial home by an orderly, and Anna tries to summon him but can slightly make a sound. She's suitable to remove the cover, but he doesn't notice her. Before walking out, Javi rushes back to her side, trying to calm her, and Ivan orders him to go to the other room and talk about it. Hal and Ivan are scarified of what would be if anyone set up out about what they did, claiming that because she's notorious, it would be each over the news from journals to boxes. Javi tries to convert them that she's ignorant of what they've done to her and that she didn't see them, but Pau is concerned that she does. Ivan confirms it and says she will talk. What Javi is unconcerned and wants to lift missed her. He tells them that everyone believes she's dead and suggests that they kill her, but Javi does not want to talk about it and does not watch that Pau and Ivan are both involved in what happened. Javi formally out of the burial home and begins dragging the body out when Ivan stops him and begs him not to because he does not want to go to jail. The only stable friend asks if they understand what they're asking him to do. They're asking him to kill her, which frightens Anna. Javi tells Ivan to open the door as she begs him to let her out, also goes to open it himself when they realize it's locked and Pau has left the keys outside. Ivan and Javi fight, but Ivan nearly kills him before Pau can get him off. Out checks on him and reports that he's breathing but losing a lot of blood. As Pau returns with a distance for his head, Ivan apologizes to him. Ivan suggests that rather of calling someone, they leave him nearly in the sanitarium, where he will fluently be set up. They drag him to the other room. While Javi is slightly breathing, Ivan tells Pau to get the girl inside the room so they can call someone from the burial home to unleash them, while Ivan instructs Javi to lie to the police. When they question him, he tells him not to say anything about the girl and walks out to clean up with Pau. Javi opens his eyes and apologizes to Anna, saying he will get help, but she tells him not to move because he will die if he does. When the two others enter, she informs them that he's by bad shape and bleeding out, but Javi tells her to shut up. Power Rush is inside the burial home to meet the other orderlies, while Ivan keeps Anna quiet. Pau tells the colleague that the orderly from the night shift locked him in. Paul manages to get the colleague out of there, leaving Anna and Javi alone with Ivan. Ivan goes to check on Javi, but he's formerly dead. Ivan tries to revive him and Anna heartbreaks because he has failed. Power turns and Ivan informs him that Javi has failed. Ivan tells the orderly that indeed if they had brought him upstairs, he'd not have survived because he was in similar bad shape. Powell claims that they will spend their entire lives in captivity, but Ivan claims that they will also dispose of his body. Anna asks if they have not done enough wrong formerly and promises not to tell anyone. Ivan grabs Pau and tells him to ignore her because what they do next will define their lives for the rest of their lives. They argue, and Ivan tries to convert him that they're both inversely responsible and that if anything comes out, everyone will know what he did. Meanwhile, Anna climbs down from the arbor and quests Javi's pockets for his phone. Ivan asks Pau how they'll get Javi's body out of the sanitarium in a trash can and says they'll use the exigency door. When they enter, they see Anna on the phone, and she tells them that she called her father and only told him that she had awoken. Ivan checks the phone, realizing she telephoned a number, and she informs him that her father is seeking help and that they will come to get her. They believe it's over because she called from Javi's phone, so they take her upstairs. When Anna screams and Powell helps keep her quiet, an unknown number calls Javi's phone and Ivan answers it. He realizes that the call was no way completely entered and that she prevaricated to them, so they returned her to the plaintive home. Ivan hits Anna and argues with her after she tells him that he's disgusting. Ivan orders Pau to restrain her while he goes to get a trash can. Powell snare some reek and starts cutting it up when Anna warns him that if he does what Ivan says, he will end up in jail for sure. She says that he is not a killer and he cannot let Ivan kill her, claiming that she's alive because of him. Anna begs him not to let her go, but Powell still ties her up. She informs him that Ivan boggled Javi in front of her while he was out of the room and that he'd no intention of transporting him to the sanitarium. Hal suspects she's lying to him again and videotapes her mouth shut. Meanwhile, Ivan goes to get the trash, but gets stuck behind it because some nursers bomb there. While Confidant cleans up the other room, Anna pulls out the tape recording and tries to remove the conditions from her hands. But when she fails, she removes the bones from her legs. Anna collapses on the bottom and crawls out of the burial home, catching just in time before Ivan returns. When he returns, he informs Powell that she has escaped, and they resolve up to search for her. Anna manages to elude prisoner for a while, crawling through the holes, and ultimately manages to get back on her bases. But she falls back down and crawls to the elevator. Ivan grabs the door and drags her reverse to the burial home. Just as she thinks she's safe, R returns and asks if he killed Javi when he was not there, but Ivan just tells him that she wants to crop Pow against him. When they return outside, Ivan is ready to kill her and tells Pow that they will suffocate her with bed wastes. Hal and Ivan both do not want to do it, but in the end, Ivan decides that they should both kill her. They suffocate her while she pees each over herself. Hal assists Ivan in lifting her back onto the arbor, and they also dispose of Javi's body. Ivan leaves to dispose of the body, while Powell cleans up the burial home and Anna's body. House scrubs Anna's body clean of all substantiation of what happened. In the meantime, Ivan leaves the sanitarium and dumps Javi on the side of the road. Hal replaces the distance over her body and places her reverse in line with the others. When he gathers his things and delays for Ivan, Pow hears Anna coughing. He walks over to the body and tells her to pretend she's dead. When he uncovers her, she also blinks her eyes open and looks at him. When Ivan returns, Powell covers Anna over and tells Ivan to leave because he's everything. Ivan approaches her and asks if he completed his job. After that, they leave, but before they get to the elevator, Ivan realizes he has forgotten his card. Pow tries to convert him not to return to the burial home, but to no mileage. When they return, they find Anna on her bases. Ivan assaults Pow and attempts to kill him, but Anna shows up and constantly stabs Ivan. Powell tells her that they were about to leave and that she shouldn't have done what she did, but Anna looks at him and stabs him as well. Make sure to subscribe and turn on announcements so you can watch further vids like this. Thank you for watching.